Okay, I'm working on my 2005 Dodge Durango here today. We're going to be fixing this windshield wiper sprayer nozzle up here. I've got a couple of them sitting here on the bench, and this is the part number. And these are pretty simple to replace. I just have the one that's broken, and this gives you an idea what this looks like. You can see how it just clips in. You have those clips there, if it'll focus, that clipping into that metal on the hood. And so it's a nice tight fit once that you get it clipped in there. And so that's all there is to it. And then you got this end where your hose is going to go on to. So these are really cheap. I think these were like maybe $6 or $7. I'll leave a link. It's not the OEM, but I'm sure they're all basically the same. So we'll go ahead and take a look here under the hood. I'll show you what's going on here. Okay, so this hose in here is just dangling for now. Now you can also see part of that nozzle that's broken off. It gets dry rotted and brittle. You got all the heat from your engine and everything coming up here, and it seems to be pretty common because I've seen several like this. But this one over here is holding up for now. You can see how it just goes into that little oval shaped spot in the hood, and it snaps in there. And then this is the one in question, and you can see where it's broken off right there. Now, like I said, these things snap in here, and it's a really tight fit. So what we're going to do is we're just, if we break this clip, it doesn't matter. We just want to get this out without bending or messing up our metal here. So we're going to get some needle nose or something and try to break those clips off where it'll push through. And you can see how they come through here. It's nice and tight, so it just clips down. Looks like it's got a little seal under this one right here too. Okay, and yeah, they've had the seal on this one too. I didn't even notice that when I was looking at this. It kind of blended right into the plastic, but there is a little rubber seal on there that helps seal that off a little bit. Okay, so I popped this out of here. Now at first I was thinking needle nose would be the way to go, but the way this is shaped, there's really not enough room to have gotten in there. I don't think it would have been the best thing anyway, but I wound up going in with a little flat screwdriver just on each side with a little bitty small flat screwdriver, and just pushing these tabs here on each side. You can see one of them just broke off when I pushed it in. You just push those in. Basically, I was thinking I could squeeze them both at the same time, but couldn't really get the needle nose in there, so I just pushed them one at a time. Kind of lift up a little bit, and then push the other side in, and it'll pop right out of there. So that's all I did, just using a little flat screwdriver. So pretty simple, and so you can see the shape of it there, and the way that it's made to go one direction, so you shouldn't be getting this flipped around, I believe. So just make sure though the sprayer's pointed in the right direction. So we're going to get the other one over here. Said the only other thing that we've got to contend with is that piece that's in that little boot there. Okay, for this I'm just going to take my pliers, and I'm just squeezing this here, kind of crunching it up a little bit. It's brittle anyways, and then I'm just going to dig it out with my little screwdriver, whatever's left, or my pick tool. And I could also take this part off if need be. Of course, you got to be careful when you go to taking stuff apart, then something else might break and you might be replacing this. So ideally I just want to try to dig this out without removing it from this piece here. So I'm just crunching it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to dig out what's left there. That way I can slip it back on to the new one. Okay, and there that is, all dug out with just use my little pick tool to get the remainder of that out. And I imagine that you can find these if you need to replace this as well, these little pieces. Okay, so we got our new one here. So we're just gonna make sure we got it in the right direction. Of course, like I said, that one there's wider, so you kind of can't flip it around. But we're just gonna press it firmly down in there, and that's all there is to it. It's there. It's nice and firm. Okay, so we're back here under the hood, and we're just going to look right up in here, and we can see we got a nice new spout. And we're just going to push this up into place. May have to pull it a little bit to get some slack, and we're just going to firmly push that all the way on there. So we've got it into place, and now there's nothing left to do but to just fill it up with some washer fluid and check it out here, see how it's going to work. Okay, so we're going to turn the key on here. Now I'm not terribly impressed with the spray pattern on this. You can see the one, I may actually have to go back with an OEM. This one over here is like spraying more of a straight pattern and just spraying up a little bit too high. So I may actually, technically it's working, but it's not spraying like it should, but it's better than being broken. So I may actually have to get the OEM one to get one that's going to spray like the other one over here. If you get one out of a salvage yard, they're not going to be any better. So I will hunt down an actual OEM for these, and try that one out probably next. But anyways, that shows you how simple this is to replace. They're just, kind of hit or miss on some aftermarket. So anyways, that's going to conclude this video on replacing this. If you found it helpful, please give the video a like. And as always, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you for watching.